Hi YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft on Mondays. Alright, so in my last episode I was facing quite a few monsters while I was exploring and mining quite a bit in the caverns under the house that I built. And here I am basically continuing to do that. And as you saw just a moment ago, I was basically dumping things out of my inventory. I think, as I mentioned in the last episode, one of the things I was starting to regret was the fact that I didn't go back and put some things into storage. My inventory is getting basically really full, and I'm having to throw things out in order to gather other things. But be that as it may, I mean, I had like way more rocks than I needed, so I just threw out some rocks. So I figured, you know, maybe I could continue on. Basically, because I'd found more caverns, and I don't know, I just got really intrigued by all these caverns I kept finding. So I just kept going, basically. And here, once again, yet another rich cache of coal. And just keep mining that down, because I do I do like gathering up as much minerals as I can while I'm down here, which may or may not be to my own detriment. I don't know if you know, other people are gonna, you know, yell at me and say, you know, you really don't need to do that. Anyway, so as you can see here, as I kept mining, I actually found an opening to yet another cavern. And actually, it basically opens up to the same cavern that you can see from the other side of this. So I thought, you know, it's kind of steep over here, maybe I don't need to go down this way. And I am starting to hear monsters again, so I'm like, uh-oh, better get my sword out. And I'm like, okay, looking around, just like, is there something down there? So I want to make sure there's nothing creeping up on me, so to speak, or shooting at me with arrows or anything. But definitely can hear the sounds of something. Okay, found a bunch more iron over here. And in this texture pack that I'm using, is Sphax PureBDCraft, the iron and the gold look very similar, but you can tell the gold down here, it's much more yellow. So, there we go, there's the gold. And this is actually a really nice cache of gold. Usually in other times I've played Minecraft, not in this particular gameplay, you know, if I find gold, you'll see, you know, 1 or 2, but there I think there was like 6 or 7 of them. I mean, it was, you know, quite a nice find, even though I'm not sure how. There's a creeper. Hit him and get away from him. Alright, so I managed to avoid getting hurt too badly. I got hurt a little bit, but not terrible. Still hearing something, obviously, so I'm looking around and just kind of being careful. I'm like, alright, well, there's nothing immediately here. And we got some more redstone over here. I will admit, the very first time I played Minecraft, the first thing I said was, "Ooh, rubies!" And then I went and looked up on the wiki, and I'm like, "Oh, redstone, what the heck is that?" And had to learn more about that. Okay, so I found a whole bunch more coal here, but obviously I'm like, okay, my pickaxe is getting a little low. I might want to maybe not do a bunch of mining. And beautiful lake of lava here with some obsidian across the way, which I'm gonna have to keep a note of that. Even though I do have some other obsidian in some other areas that I've kind of created or you know, turned off some water and have obsidian that I can get to as well. But the more obsidian the better, in my opinion, because I don't know how big of a house ultimately I want built, but I think this is more, that might actually be more gold. But I want to make sure that I have enough, because I like to have obsidian for the roof, and I'm gonna make stone for the walls. Stone's easy enough to make, but the obsidian is obviously harder to come by. Alright, so here you can see that I am starting to put down some cobblestone. I was thinking about trying to get across this lava field, but I was having problems placing the rock all the time. Sometimes it wanted to go down, sometimes it didn't. I was fine putting it over here, but further out it wasn't going down, and I decided to hold off on that for now and do some more exploration and kind of come back to it later. At least that was my my thinking at the time. And here's the continuation of the lava field. And I think here at this point here I'm hearing more monsters, and I'm thinking about maybe going back. And oops, I forgot that I took out a couple of pieces of iron and I fell down. Whoops. So I'm like, okay, now how do I get back up there? I was very lucky that I fell down right here where there's a piece of rock. I mean, if this rock hadn't been here, I would have fallen right into the lava and I would have died. I wasn't looking where I was going, obviously, and I was too worried about the monster sounds at the time to pay any attention to the fact that there was a hole in the floor, and a hole that I happened to put there, actually. So it was like, okay, well, that was stupid of me. Alright, so here I've got to try and get across over here, and yay, more obsidian, which I'm still not mining. I do have some diamonds on me, too, which is, you know, like, I could mine it, but I didn't. Now here the cobblestone is laying down really nicely. I'm like, okay, why is it doing it here? It wasn't doing it for me before, but anyway. So here I am, and it's yet another cavern. Obviously, I've not been here since there's no torches yet. Oh, and here's one of the monsters that we've been hearing. Alright, so let's go get this guy. Alright, and here we're back at another angle of the same cavern with the lava that we saw earlier. Oh yeah, I was thinking... wasn't sure what I was thinking about the inventory there, but... and the spider's eye, oh, that's useful. Redstone, and... okay, I have the axe, then I switched to the sword. Yeah, we can mine redstone with swords real easy. Yeah, and I'm like, you know, really pushing it with this pickaxe here, because it's getting down pretty low too. And I'm not sure if there's another one in the inventory. There may have been, but I don't recall. So here we are back at this area, just on the other side of this wall here. So it's like, okay, we need to get across. There we go. To get back so we can go back up. Because at this point I was starting to realize my inventory was really full, my weapons and everything are getting kind of low, and I really kind of need to get up. Oh, here we go. Here's the nice zombie. Get him. Alright, so we got him. It must be daytime again outside, since the monsters have started coming back down into the caverns again. Alright, so I'm starting to fill in some of these holes. This particular hole right there, which I missed earlier, goes straight down to the lava, so we didn't want to fall down there, but filling that one in too. So I'm not going to make that same mistake twice. Alright, and I'm actually pushing it again, and woo! Flood! Alright, so there's all this water here. It's like, oh great, now what do I do? I'm gonna put up another torch is what I'm gonna do first. And the water just kind of pushes me right down here. It's like, oh great. Oh great. And there's more monsters. And it's dark. Alright, let me get him. Okay, I got him. Now my health is getting pretty darn low at this point. So this is getting, this is getting kind of dire circumstances here. Need some light on here. Alright, so we're stuck between quite a bit of water all of a sudden. And I'm like, okay, well I can get up this way, so let's go this way again. This is where the water, and again with the sword. Alright, so this is where we dug out and caused all this water in the first place. I'm like, alright, well this is not where we want to go, because we want to go up, not down. And then I realized how low my health was, and I'm like, okay, I better eat something. So there we go. Health is finally getting back a little bit. That's good. Let's see. So yes, blocking out some of this water. And I kind of decided to go back this way and see if there's another way around. I'm like, no, this is the way I came in. So now what do? I'm not quite sure why I had the axe up, but... And then I realized I probably came down over here. And I'm like, okay, well, let me pickaxe my way through here, and thankfully I haven't, my pickaxe lasts long enough for me to do that. Alright. Need to get rid of that one. Alright, so now we can go up this way. Alright, there we go. So we're finally getting back up to a higher cavern that we were in earlier. And then that's kind of like down. And then you can kind of see where I'm kind of wandering around and looking around, and there's yet another unexplored cavern. And at this point I'm kind of lost. I'm like, okay, where the... And now I'm being shot by arrows again, and I'm like, where is he? What's going on? And I decided to kind of just get the heck out of there, and oh, there he is. I get that guy. And, I'm like surrounded by monsters, and I'm not entirely sure where I am or where I'm going, and I kind of panicked a little bit. And I started kind of going down corridors and caves that I hadn't been in yet before, hoping that it would hook up with one that I, had been in. So I keep following, the different torchlights saying, okay, well, let's see, I placed that one, and I placed that one, and I was over here. I'm like, okay, where did I come from again? So at this point, I'm feeling hopelessly lost. I'm going up. I figure up is a good direction to go in, but yet again, here's another cavern that I hadn't been in before. Yep, and more monster sounds. And I'm like thoroughly panicked at this point, to be perfectly honest with you. When I was playing this, I was like, it's all these monsters and I don't know where I'm going, and I'm so lost. I want to get back to my house. Yep, there we go. Yet another one. This is a nice big open cave in here too. And just openings to yet more caverns. And another zombie. So many monsters now. Alright. Oops. Yep, another one. This guy's got some leather armor on. Or at least that's what it looks like. And there's water here, and then he's down there, and there's a spider down there, and I'm trying to hack at him, and then I turned around to run away, and ouch! I fell down. That was just stupidity on my part. I mean, I was literally like, okay, he's down there, he can't get at me. I'm turning around and running away, and I fell and died. and lost everything in my inventory. And as I said, like, I was trying to go back so I could drop off my inventory, and so all my redstone, my diamonds, all the stuff I had been gathering up until that point is now all gone. Let me tell you, I felt in shock and somewhat, just, I don't know, upset when that happened. So I was like, oh, holy crap, what the heck? So I was panicked enough that I basically kind of sat here and just kind of watched the sunset, and I just haven't played the game since. So we'll see what I decide to do with this starting next week. But thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye.